Thank you, Mr. McCarty. And you have a second bill, item 8, 2017.
Yes. Just one quick second while our witnesses come forward. Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. I'm pleased to present AB 2017, the College Mental Health Services Trust Act, which seeks to increase mental health services at our community college, CSU, and UC campuses. We know there's a tremendous mental health need for Californians in all walks of life. However, often forgotten are the impacts on college-age students. You know, the research is staggering. Depression is being the top reason why young people drop out of school. Suicide is a second leading cause of death among college students. And 1 in 4 college students have a diagnosable mental illness, but 40% do not seek the help when they need it. Many college campuses have had to make adjustments in the last few years and provide resources elsewhere, so mental health services have been dramatically decreased. It's unacceptable for our students as they seek a way to get a higher education, better themselves, and be contributing members of our society. We should do what we can to make sure that they have a healthy situation, but also learn at the same time. This innovative approach allows us to adjust Prop 63, the Mental Health Services Act of 2006, and provide a matching program, a dollar-for-dollar match from Prop 63 with monies that the colleges could provide to expand mental health services. And I want to recommend, or I want to actually take the recommendation from the committee analysis on page 4 and work with the committee staff on the language on some of these clarifying issues. With me today, I have the sponsor of the bill, the Steinberg Institute, as well as community college advocates who want to share their personal stories of how mental health issues have affected their lives. Thank you.
So 1 minute each.
Good afternoon. My name is Anna Hasselblad with the Steinberg Institute. I am available here for technical questions. We are proud sponsors of this legislation, and I would yield my time to Rachel Wilson.
Good afternoon. My name is Rachel Wilson. I am a student at Sac City College. I am 35 years old, and I started my college career at 17. Having dealt with mental health issues in my youth and not really received services then, I kind of carried that with me into college. After a sexual assault as a 17-year-old college student, and no one to talk to and nowhere to go with that, my coping mechanisms went with the same direction a lot of college students did, and my drinking and a lot of other self-harming behaviors followed suit. Few suicide attempts, and it took me until 30 to find outside help for those things. I am now back in college, and with the support of outside resources, because I don't have them at school, I'm able to continue my college career. So thank you.
Thank you. Next witness.
Yes, thank you, Assembly members, for your time this afternoon. I am Peg Scott. I'm here today representing the Faculty Association of California Community Colleges. I am a professor of psychology at American River College. My specialties are human development, statistics, and research. I am also a mother of a dead son. My well took his life on June 30th, 2010, between summer intersessions. He had finished his first session successfully at the El Dorado Center of Folsom Lake College, and a week later was to start his prerequisites for an EMT program at American River. Instead, he took his life. I was later informed that the cause of death was a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head with a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun. Each semester, I see many wills in my classroom, wills that come from dysfunctional homes and destructive environments, scared and scarred, mentally and physically ill, hungry and sleeping in cars, raped and robbed. When they decompose or just have a really bad day, our recourse at Los Rios Community College District is to call 2221, and a uniformed armed police officer will assist. Ethically, as a psychologist, I cannot do that. Mental illness is not a crime. I repeat, mental illness is not a crime. A student reaches out, they need help quickly, and then they need to be managed until the issues are resolved, or better yet, they develop strategies to deal with them. I am not alone. There are many more wills out there. A very sad and heartbreaking example. We have just lost our third student this semester at American River College. Our third student to suicide. Let there be resources for our students, please. And please let those resources be immediately available on campus in a professional, warm, and welcoming environment. I thank you so much.
Any other witnesses in support?
Hi, I'm Amparo Diaz with the California State Student Association, proud to co-sponsor and also very proud to be here in support. Thank you.
Justin Selnick on behalf of the Board of Governors of the California Community Colleges in support.
Annette Barfield, Counselor, Sacramento City College, and I support this bill.
I'm Amy Hines-Scheich. I'm a mom and also with the University Professional and Technical Employees, CWA Local 9119, in strong support.
Chris Jansen, Counselor, Sacramento City College, in strong support.
Hi, I'm Robert Bergman, a U.S. Navy vet, also an MSW student at Cal State Long Beach who suffers from mental illness.
Andrew Martinez, California State University. Thank you so much for taking the amendments today. I think that moves us to a support position, but we'll have to wait till the bill is in print. Thank you.
Ryan McElhaney at the Community College League of California, testifying on California's 72 community college districts' behalf. We're in support.
Mr. Chair, members, Sean Conley with the University of California Student Association, here in very strong support.
Ashley Situde with Nossaman on behalf of the North Orange County Community College District in support.
Dean Murakami with the Los Rios College Federation of Teachers and the California Federation of Teachers, strong support for the bill. Thank you.
Rebecca Gonzalez, National Association of Social Workers, California Chapter, in support.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Groth. I'm a graduate of American River College, and I'm associated with Life is Worth the Walk, and I am in emphatic support of this bill.
Scott Hamilton, faculty at Cosumnes River College and representing the California Association of Post-Secondary Education and Disability, and in memory of Jared, support.
Max Limberger, student at American River College. I fully support this bill.
Sharon Sunderman Schultz, speech language pathology assistant, former student at American River College, and look forward to my fall semester start master's program. I respectfully request your aye vote.
Beth Sweeterholt, student at American River College. I support this bill.
Courtney Cooper, student at Foothill College, former foster child mental health survivor, and I vehemently support this bill.
Naima Kaleem, De Anza College, and I strongly support this bill.
Luis Jimenez coming on behalf of the Sacramento City College and also a proud survivor. I would say that I strongly support this bill, and we also support it from Sacramento City College.
Good afternoon. My name is Susan Howe. I'm a professor of English at American River College for 26 years. I'm strong support of this bill, and I'm here in memory of Adam Wood.
Hello, I'm Nicholas Stile. I am the founder of the California Homeless Student Coalition and a member of SSCCC and a student at Santa Barbara City College, and I strongly support this bill. Thank you.
My name is Alex Kalyana. I am a student at Shasta College, and I adamantly support this bill. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Gersten Leahud on behalf of East Los Angeles College and the Los Angeles Community College District. We vehemently support this bill.
Hi, my name is Melanie Martinez, a student at American River College and president of Life is Worth the Walk. I, too, support this bill and also suffer from mental health issues.
David Bala Hawkins with the California Community College Independent Faculty Union, strong support.
Good afternoon. Pat Gant, President, CSU Employees Union, and strong support.
Victor Costa, student at Berkeley City College, strongly urging your aye vote today.
Good afternoon. Dahlia Salem, the president of the Student Senate for California Community Colleges, representing over 2.3 million students, and strong support.
Any witnesses in opposition? Any questions or comments from the committee? Mr. Williams?
Great idea. Thank you for carrying it. Will help a lot.
Ms. Baker?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also think it's critically important to address mental health needs of students, and I have a comment and a question. One is I'm just mindful of how we need to make sure we're not chipping away at where Prop 63 funds go. A very large portion of that proposition was intended to go towards those who are severely and persistently mentally disabled. And many of those families feel like less and less of the funding is getting to that community through the counties because it's going into many other things. I think this is a legitimate place for it to go. But with one question. I understand that the bill requires guidelines for grant funding that does include the ability of the campus to serve underserved and vulnerable populations, including LGBTQA community, and perhaps if there's disparities, racial disparities in the access to mental health. Does the money from Prop 63 have to go to that, or can it go to the delivery of mental health services, or does the bill get that specific? Because if it doesn't get that specific, I would direct the Prop 63 funds go to the provision of mental health services rather than either studies for how the delivery is going with different communities, because that's what Prop 63 is for. It's actually to get people mental health care. And can you address that all? I don't know. I couldn't see in the bill if it got that specific.
Yeah, I think a few things. One, well, there's three issues. Mm-hmm. You could have this chipping away. You know, we see what happens with our cap and trade program, where there's 50 ideas how to spend that. We don't see that this year. However, in the Senate, they're talking about, and I think some people in the Assembly support as well, as far as housing, permanent supportive housing. But with this, I think there should be a few overarching state priorities. So currently, the money is spent hodgepodge throughout the counties. Most of them do a great job, but we should have, I think, some overarching state priorities. This issue, for one, I think we're going to strike out references that you mentioned for certain populations, because where do you start? Where do you stop? I think we want to be more broad, and
you
we
think
actually
you are, or are
we
you?
will. We will.
You will.
We were going to do it before this committee. I think it was an error as far as our drafting, but before we get to the appropriates on the floor and so forth, you'll see that change. And then the last thing is, yeah, I do think these should go to direct services, not researches on how to do the service. You heard from the long list behind us. There are people who are desperately needing this attention today, and so that's the absolute intent of the bill.
Well, there's been a long list of line of constituents in my office of parents who've come and said to me, my child could be the next Adam Lanza, but for Prop 63 funding delivering the mental health services and support. And when I hear that, we just need to be vigilant about making sure it gets into delivery. So I offer the suggestion that as you're making amendments in appropriates or otherwise, that it get to the stage where these dollars don't go to studies, research to see how it's being delivered. I think the institutions can hopefully provide that otherwise, or find some other source of money for it. But Prop 63 dollars go to the provision of mental health care. So thank you.
And our sponsor wanted to.
Yeah, and I would offer some clarification on that. That's absolutely the intent, and the purpose that we see these dollars being more useful is ensuring that those linkages between a student in crisis and then actually accessing the appropriate care, that those linkages are made. Right now, there's some siloed activity between colleges, the county behavioral health, as well as private insurance, and we really want to use these dollars to ensure that that student is really placed in the care that there is appropriate for them and that is funded.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Mr. Lowe.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And just a comment, I just wanted to thank the author particularly for bringing this forward. I know that you have worked diligently on this issue, and in particular, I know that there are a number of individual students and individuals in the audience and in the hallways who have stayed for this lengthy hearing, and the testimony was very compelling. So thank you very much for your passion.
Thank you.
Do we have a motion? Move the bill. Moved by Mr. Bloom, second by Mr. Lowe. I want to say that we've heard from the students loud and clear of the need for more mental health resources. When Chair Das Williams conducted hearings at UCLA, UC Santa Barbara, when we had hearings at Dominguez Hills, we heard from the college students of the important need for more resources in mental health. Unfortunately, I myself remember as a student at UC Riverside, suicide in my dormitory while I was a student. So I know that we all have, similar experiences, and I thank the author for bringing this forward. I thank all of the students that came and all the witnesses in support. Madam Secretary?
Medina?
Aye.
Medina, aye. Baker? Aye. Baker, aye. Bloom? Aye. Bloom, aye. Chavez? Irwin? Aye. Irwin, aye. Jones Sawyer? Aye. Jones Sawyer, aye. Levine? Aye. Levine, aye. Linder? Aye. Linder, aye. Lowe? Aye. Lowe, aye. Olson? Santiago? Santiago, aye. Weber? Williams? Aye. Williams, aye.
10-0, the bill is out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McCarty.